Right, so this could be the start of a lot of dry weather. Well, when I say a lot, well, we're not going to have continuous rain for every other day. So let's see what today brings. Let's open up the shed and start. And I need to find it's over there, my bag of grass seed, because that is probably going to be something I'm going to be doing today. Right, so make hay while the sun shines. A week of sunshine and no rain. So wheelbarrow up the ready and some buckets. I'm going to be scooping up some molehill soil. So those that have been following my vlog for some time will remember the mole and the molehills. So I'm going to go over to our I call it the compost area, basically, where I've got a big pile of molehill. I'm going to get a bucket of that. I'm going to mix it up with some wildflower seed and scatter. Then I've got a big bag of grass seed that I'm going to be putting down as well. I'm going to do that today. Now, 3 weeks behind to where I should be because of the weather. And I'm eating a mint imperial. Right, so it's going to have to be done over a couple of days, this. I'm hoping that by close of play today or tomorrow, this area here, which has been a bit of a nightmare since we had the contractors in, will dry up and I can get some seed down. But we've got another area what got we had problems with a mole, so I am going to take off the top bit of grass over there in a minute. Then I'm going to get some, see here, probably can't see that, that's a big pile of molehill soil. I'm going to mix that into a bucket, put some grass seed in it, and scatter and grass seed, and then in another bucket, where are we? Again, those who are watching or have been watching last, I can't remember, it's about September, October, I did dig up a load of turf, turned some soil over and planted some wildflower seed, some meadow seed, and nothing has come up. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to mix some of that up with the molehill soil and scatter that on an area as well, and fingers crossed we might get some meadow flowers coming up. Good for nature, good for the bees and the things. So I'm just currently waiting for a final check out, so once that's done, get the facilities done, and I can actually get on the site and get a couple of hours worth of work done at long last. So around the perimeter of the site, and again you'll need to go back a year, we've got a number of small trees. So none of our pitches have got overhanging trees, so you're not going to end up with sticks, twigs or bird droppings on your vans. So we did prune back some of these last year, and a lot of them are actually fruit trees. So yeah, we've got quite a few plums, we've got crab apples down the bottom end there, damsons and things like that. So obviously these are what's going on with the blossom on here at the moment. And for some the daffodils are all, did you remember the daffodils just only a couple of weeks ago? The daffodils, the early ones, are all dying off now. Some around the corner. Yeah, so we've got another bush thing down here which I did trim back last year, and in the last couple of weeks this has just gone wild again. So I am going to cut this back a little bit, this one here, because it's starting to encroach onto this pitch. So we do have tents here when it's going, so I am going to cut that back. But I'm just noting now there's a lot of honeybees about. You won't be able to see them, but a lot of honeybees. So the temperature has really just cranked up. Yeah, a lot of honeybees. They're not wasps, they're honeybees. Scorchio. So I'm actually going to put a polo shirt on, I think. a new one with my logo on it. And if you want to buy one, check out the link in the description below. And Dan has been over to the woods where we've had our trail cams, and it looks like I have got a fantastic clip of, it looks like the barn owl, it looks like he may have got a mouse and also a badger. So hang on a moment, because what I'm going to do now, oh, I've got some bird droppings on the top of my camera. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to offload these on my computer. I'm going to grab a quick bite to eat, and then in a moment I'll put the clips up that I've got off. Hello Russia, how are you? You've not been outside today? You've just been sat, have you been in the caravan? Are you having a bounce? Have you been a good girl? Hmm? Have you been good? Got a treat? Hmm? What you got? Hmm? You been good? Got a treat? There you go, good girl. Right, let's get these clips offloaded off this trail cam, and here they come. Right, time to jump on the Husqvarna, and what I'm going to go and do now, I'm going to go and mow the area up on the seasonal area, sorry, where we have the molehill problem. I'm going to cut the grass down there, because it's quite dry there. I'm going to get the grass seed down now, and yeah, hope you enjoyed those clips. So you managed to capture the barn owl, wasn't it? Absolutely majestic. And then we've got a badger as well, a couple of clips of the badger and the pheasant. So if you're staying here at the nurseries, you can often hear the pheasant. And the only other thing we've not captured is the woodpecker, and they are very, very hard to see. So what I'm just going to do here now, I'm just going to give this grass a cut, because once I've seeded here, I'm probably going to leave this well alone for 3 or 4 weeks, and all being well, the grass seed will take as the weather warms up and it germinates. Right, so that's doesn't look much there. Grass cuttings I've just taken down. I'm not going to cut much more today because the grass is still wet and we don't want to end up knackering up the mower. And I'm now going to get me you can see right here, I've still got probably a quarter bag of seed left over from last year, so a mouse has had a nibble on that. I'm going to mix up into here with some soil, and I'm going to grab some more soil here with the meadow seed, which I showed you earlier. So time to get my spade out, my shovel out, and start shoveling some more soil. So this is the meadow seed and the meadow wildflower seed. Up, spill it out. So I'm just going to mix up into the soil, and all being well, we'll be able to scatter some of this, and with some luck, it'll germinate. Right, so that's the wildflower seed down. Fingers crossed it'll take. And now I see here the grass seed and the mould soil. So we're gonna mix all this up into here. And then I'm going to take the bucket over to the area that you just saw me mowing. We're going to spread this down, and then, sorry, where the sunlight is, and then we'll do the bit of the ministry of the funny walk and compress it into the ground and hope it'll germinate in the next couple of weeks. So remember the old saying with the grass seed, when you put it down, one for the sparrow, one for the crow, one will let it make it grow. So fingers crossed, 1/3 of the seed will germinate. Alright, so basically we're just going to go over onto each of the areas where the moles have been. Do you remember some time back we raked a lot of this molehill soil into the ground and took it off? And then what we'll then do, we'll walk it in, and then in a few weeks, mid-May maybe, something like that, we should start seeing some of the results. Right, so that's 2 buckets of soil and seed down, all up here, and what I now need to do is spend a bit of time and walk it all in, do the funny walk. In fact, let's start from the bottom end here, and then we'll work our way up. Might get 10,000 steps just walking in the seed in my Fitvilles. I must actually do an update on Fitville trainers. So lots of YouTubers have had these, and I need to have a recce how many steps I've done in mine and how they're up. Anyway, let's That's what a difference the weather makes. It's just such a huge difference. So we're quite quiet this weekend, but I'd say just over a week, and we've got the May bank holiday. So the dike level has dropped right down. Then you probably can't see the GoPro, you can see where it was up. It's dropped probably 3 foot down there. I think I showed you this tent pitch on the last vlog. This isn't out for a few weeks now. So that's on there, right. So I think I'm going to leave the wheelbarrow up here, and all being well, tomorrow I can get the final bit of seeding done that I need, and all this puddling will have cleared up. So just sat down. I go through so much water on days like this. That barn owl wasn't a barn owl, it was a tawny owl. I've got a friend back at home who's a twitcher. Rob, thanks for identifying the owl, and yeah, there you go. So it wasn't a barn owl, it was a tawny owl that I've caught. And it's really good to see Tenor, the reef, up in the tree. I don't know if you can see him there, and I'm going to come around this side here. Yeah, he's nice on a reef. How you doing? He's doing really well. He's flying high. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. It's warm. The sun's out. Very little wind. It never rains here at the nurseries. Never rains. Especially on a day like today. Right, I had the back door open all day for Rasha, and she's not been out. I've sort of been keeping an eye on her, so I'm going to make sure she's alright. And I'm just going to put this into my van, show you what it is. Can you guess what this is? Right. Right, door's wide open. Hello, Rasha, what are you doing in the caravan? Why do you come and sit in the garden? It's not for you to eat, I'm afraid. Not for you to eat. Right, I'll show you what this is. Let's put that there. So can you guess what it is? That'll sit at the top of my bed. Now I can put my glasses on. Funny enough, I've actually, I think I've mentioned where I get my glasses from, gogglesforyou.co.uk, really cheap. I normally go through at least one pair of glasses each year with scratches and all sorts from working outside, and I've not done bad, to be honest. But funny enough, the other day I did order myself a new pair of glasses with, I'm going to call them reactor light lenses. So all being well, they should be with me in a couple of weeks. And this fella here, Rasha, what are you doing? Hey, you're just happy just to be sat inside on the bed? No. Okay, right. Give the dog a treat. Nobody in the pod tonight, but in the pod looking beautiful. Look at that there. Alright, so in the end, I ended up doing some mowing that I wasn't going to mow. I'll show you. So it's been on the Husqvarna, the orange mower, and I've done most of the centre island because it had just been such a good day. And what I've done, the main waterlogged pitches that we had, these one here and this one here, I've left until possibly tomorrow. And then tomorrow I've got seeding, I've got something to do in the cottage, and then all being well, I'm going to get a good portion of this down. So that's us here. And then, as I say, it's going to be work our way around, but doesn't that make such a difference? I don't know whether the camera's picking that all up or not. Oh, it's wonderful to have a decent day. Right, I'm going to get my coats, lock up the office, and think about putting some tea in the oven and giving Rasha a leg stretch. So I keep looking over at my van and door's open and she's just so happy just sleeping on the bed.